27 and I'm a digital photographer based in Trinidad.
Tell me why I always make this mistake. I'm a digital artist. I'm also a photographer.
So I've had this channel for, let's say, a year or so. I don't have much followers, obviously. Well, you can see that. But maybe, hopefully, you still tune in to, what I have to say, or my lifestyle, and you watch my videos and you enjoy it, and yeah, and you have fun. Also, let me know in the comments or what I could work on to improve the quality of my videos and my vlogs. Yeah, I want to make this channel more like a lifestyle thing. So recently I started filming like short films and stuff, and that's actually a really cool experience. Well, right now I'm broke. I have like $0 right now, and this is my life, and I want to make this a personal experience, and make it about the journey and experiences. I'm 32, and it's tough learning things when you are already an adult and you already have responsibilities. It's really tough learning things at that time. It feels like it's almost too late, and yeah, I look at my life and it's like, I'm making so many mistakes along the way, but yet still I learn so much from it. I learn so much about myself. Even though I do regret some of it, I did learn a lot, so I'm also grateful. Tonight I'll say I'll just shoot and I'll just talk about whatever. And I asked ChatGtp to give me like a few questions that I could answer so that you could get to know more about my mindset and how I think and how I interpret life, and what we're here for and where we are and stuff like that. So first question, I have to read from the laptop. How does your perception of the concept of money shape your understanding of abundance and prosperity in life? First off, money is fake. Money is fake currency. I don't really believe in the concept of this man-made fake material that they use in exchange for valuable things. I think is trash, and I think it sucks that we actually have to go through that. But abundance to me is natural. Abundance is rivers and lakes, and well, I've been to like rivers and beaches and trees. I love trees. I love and sunlight and moonlight and stars. That is abundance to me. That is currency for me. So yeah, yeah. And I think like when you give to nature, nature actually gives back, and it might not be always in material things. Sometimes it's according to how you receive abundance. So sometimes you may get ideas, you may get creative energy, creativity. There are multiple things. You could tap into certain talents and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things that nature could give to you. So I don't really believe so much in focusing on material, fake money. But to be honest, my financial situation is not the best, obviously. But I do believe that there's more to life than what we're actually going through in this life, and the social constructs that exist that has us always needing the system and needing this fake money and needing to pay insurance, and some people pay taxes, and all these things that actually doesn't really matter. So I try now to tap into more natural abundance, and so far I'm enjoying what nature has given to me. I have received like crystal stones and stuff like that, and ideas, and just just life, just experience, from watching, observing the simplicity of life, observing the trees and observing like wind blowing and breeze and stuff like that. Like the simplicity in that is what is really important to me and what really breaks down like what is valuable, and it shows me what actually is valuable. So I don't really have I'm in a financial situation right now, but I'm not really letting it define my experience. I just know that I need to figure out like how to do things in a certain way to allow me to exist the way I want to exist, and to do the things that I want to do. Yeah. ChatGtp has some really tough questions, so let me just try to simplify some of them, but I just kind of sorting through to know like which one I want to, because some of them kind of is the same thing and I don't want to like talk about the same thing. Okay, so number 8 says, reflecting on the nature of reality. Do you believe in the existence of alternate dimensions or parallel universes, and if so, how do you influence your understanding of life's purpose? I do exist in I do believe in multiple realities or multiple dimensions, parallel universes, because micro, macro, just like how the body is made up of different cells and different aspects of itself, things that are a reflection of self, but it's like a lot of it, like cells are a lot of cells, and they all may be different, but they all also the same. So just like that in our bodies, I think that on a macro level, there's also like reflections of the same things out there, and we could be a reflection of something that is very similar to us. So I think that most possibly, I think that there is other realities also in terms of like potential decisions that we might dream about and think about. I think all those things might possibly create dimensions of its own. Imagine you're planning something and there are various options that you are considering. I think that all those options are creating their own reality, because that's possible realities. And in thought, our minds creates a realm on its own. So I think within that realm and those decisions that we might make, those options that we give ourselves that create dimensions of thought, I think those could possibly be parallel universes or potential realities that could exist in the dimension of thought. Yeah. But it's really interesting, because when you choose a specific reality, my question is, what happens to those potential realities? Do they remain in existence, or do they just disappear? Or do they have its own personality and it just continue on without your knowledge? But if you make a certain decision to go back to a different option or to move away from it, then you might dream this happened, but it didn't really happen in your reality, but it happens in a different reality. I think that's really, really interesting. Alright, so I'll choose this question. What role does spirituality play in shaping your daily life and decision-making process?
In the video, I actually did not answer the question correctly. So to answer correctly, right now, before the month happens, I would plan out, okay, what planetary alignment is or shifts is taking place. So like what sign each full moon and new moon is in, and plan according to those energies, according to the things that I need to manifest, or any changes that might happen, just plan for it according to the energies that would be coming up. So that's what I do like month to month. I started in January, and so far it is allowing me to tap into the physical by going out, getting things done in the outside world, and making the necessary moves to bring my desired reality to the physical plane. It's more about the experience and like doing things that I would not have normally done. So, for instance, in January, I made sure and put my artwork in a gallery and went out on certain days and tried to network on certain days. Manifest a certain want or desire, or energy or behavior, because that is what it shifts. The planetary alignments, they bring out like different energies in you, and you get an opportunity to tap into that energy and do something that could be profitable in the long run. Yeah. So what I talked about after was like the things that I practice spiritually: meditation, lighting incense, going down to the river and stuff like that. Those things remind me to stay childlike. So that's how it helps me to make decisions in my daily life, like being childlike, and keeps me focused on the right things that are valuable, which are the simple things in life. So that's how those spiritual practices helps me, and those are things I will keep doing. But I also, on this journey, I would love to be able to learn more things. But yeah, let's get back to the video.
Recently, well, this year actually, since like October, I started doing like going to the river, new moons and full moons, to like cleanse my crystals and clean and stuff like that around any new moon or full moon, because I always want to have a clear mindset, and I think that our environment is a reflection of our mental state. So I always like to clear my spaces, make it a feel good space, and go down to the river, go out in nature, anywhere, put my feet on the ground, go in the water, that kind of things. And yeah, that's what I've been doing for like spiritual practices. I started meditating in like November, which I realized is like really grounding. And I made a post about this on Facebook. Long ago, when I used to meditate, my mind used to still like race a lot. And now I just focus on feeling and just like focusing and feeling good. And that actually, I focus on like grounding my energy and feeling like safe and like have a foundation. That actually improved my meditation practices by a lot, because I actually would feel the results of it afterwards. Like right after, I feel like, whoa, yeah, I really need to do this more often. But do I do it often enough? No. Meditated today because I really needed to feel that grounding experience. Yeah. And I think it was good to set that intention today, as it's new in February. I want to make it that I always set an intention to meditate, even if I like fall short and I don't meditate for a while, or a few days, or weeks, a month, that I always like get back on track and start back meditating and put back that feeling of, yeah, this is good for me, and just make it a part of my lifestyle. I recently bought sage, and well, sometimes I will use incense to like clear the air a bit, and I recently bought sage, and yeah, I really like the smell of sage. That's why I bought it, and sometimes you just need to use different forms of therapy. So aroma is one form of therapy, and that's why I use the sage in the first place. And I use like incense as well. I try to use like different forms of therapy. So there's meditation, there's music, there's incense, there's sage, there's my plants, my friends. The plants are my friends. Art, and yeah, there's a lot of pictures, like art stuff on my walls and stuff, because I want to create that space that makes me feel good, that is a reflection of self, you know. So yeah, it's like creating art and seeing art, because I am art, we are art. So I'll probably do like 5 more questions. There's so much. Alright, so I really like this question. Is what do you believe happens to the soul or consciousness after death? How does the belief influence how you live your life? Well, after death, you know, I think that we return to source. Yeah, I feel like one, what keeps us grounded here is emotions, and I think that when we die, we release all those earthly experiences, we transcend that, and we reach the place of I am one with source. So I have this theory that our consciousness is part of a bigger ball of consciousness. I wrote it down. I think that what would connect us back to Earth to keep us reincarnating is vibration. The pieces of ourselves that we gravitate to in the metaphysical. Our consciousness is sort of split up into many pieces, and we share that with people and other beings, trees, etc. So that vibration that pulls us back together, the vibration that we gravitate to, which actually is us, and other parts of us, is what brings us back to this planet or other planets that we may experience in different lives. I believe that souls that come back, like babies that born, was souls that existed here before. Like when you have certain experiences, like people that have near-death experiences, or sometimes when you're on certain drugs, marijuana, shrooms, stuff like that, you get certain experiences that allow you to tap in with a certain aspect, like tap into a space of nothingness in a sense, and realization that you are everything and everything is you. Within that realization, you kind of get to realize that, you know, what we experience in here really ain't it, and a lot of things that we worry about is nothing to worry about. So that's why I spend more time experiencing these simple things like nature. Alright, so this question says, how do you navigate periods of uncertainty or doubt, and what principles help you find clarity and direction? I think that uncertainty and doubt are doors, and when you open the door, when you get the door open and you go wherever the door leads you, you know, you find out what you need to find out. So the journey is to open the door, to get the door open. So everything is like a portal of understanding, you know. When you are experiencing doubt, just have patience and know, well, okay, I need to figure out something. I need to get this door open and go to the other side and experience the knowledge that is awaiting me, right? Because whenever you experience doubt or uncertainty, that is like a gift in itself, because that is a opportunity for you to learn something. So that's what I consider doubt and uncertainty. It's just something that you need to discover, learn. It's an opportunity to open the door and get to the other side. You know, that's what I think. And it's good to have patience and go through the process and enjoy the process of figuring it out. You know, we all have uncertainties, doubts, and lessons that we go through, but it's all about learning what you need to learn from it. Don't be like hot-headed and like, why this happened to me, and everything happens, things happen, you know. But it's about opening the door and having patience while doing so, you know. And when you get to the other side, it's like, oh, you know, it's like fresh air, because it's like, oh, is just this, and it feels like, wow, this was so easy at that time, because it's like, what is time in the first place? Being on one side of the door and on the next side of the door, time is an illusion. So when you really think of it, you're already on the other side. So it's all about doing the work, or taking the necessary steps to get to the other side of the door, and understanding that you're already on the other side of the door. So yeah. Yeah. So I think of life like really different, and that's probably why I have like no friends kind of way. And but I do meet is like very temporary. And when I do meet lasting relationships, I tend to self-sabotage, right? My Pluto is in Scorpio in my 5th house, in my sun sign. And when you have a strong Pluto, you will tend to self-sabotage things, and that is what I do. So I go through a lot of transitions, a lot of transformations, a lot of beginning and ending. And to be honest, I'm tired of a lot of it. The journey ain't easy, but you learn a lot along the way, and that's what you have to be grateful for. Yeah. Yeah, so be sure to check out my other content on my channel. I also will be posting more content. I'll be doing more film. Let me know if you like the film, or if you like this where I just sit down and talk about things. Also, if you have questions you want to ask me, drop them in the comments, and I would be glad to answer them. Also, I would link my ad store in the description, so that y'all can go and check out my ads. Also, you can check out my ads on Instagram, and I would link my Instagram page on the description as well. Yeah, so that's it. This was cool. This was fun. I actually had fun doing this, and I would be doing it more often. So yeah, that's the end of this video. And yeah, so just check out my other ones, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah.